One of the biggest questions we get about S corporations is what changes with your bookkeeping? So today we're going to discuss the various things that do change when you become an S corporation and what you need to take care of with your bookkeeping. Hi, I'm Tony Cameron with TLDR Accounting, and today we're going to be discussing the things that change with your bookkeeping when you become an S corporation. All right, so the biggest change, and you've heard me say it before, is payroll. So reasonable compensation is a thing, setting up payroll is a thing. Payroll does change your bookkeeping, and it can be a lot of work. You need to make sure your W-4 is filled out for you as an employee, your I-9 is filled out, your new hire paperwork with Washington, and that doesn't even include the forms that you need to file with on a federal level, like your 941s each quarter, your 940s. To be honest, we recommend you either go with a full service payroll company or you go with an online company to run your payroll. We tend to recommend Gusto, and I'll put the link in in the notes. But it's just easier. You can, once it's set up correctly, as long as you follow the instructions, you should be good to go. But payroll is one of the big things that do change. So it's really, really important that you get payroll right. Next, you do have a separate tax return as an S corporation, and it is very, very different than Schedule C on a 1040. So we have a whole nother sheet, which is called a balance sheet. It holds your bank balances as of at the end of the year. So it has the beginning of the year and the end of the year. So we need things like your checking account, your savings account balances, any investments you have at the end of the year. What do you owe on your credit card? Do you have any loans outstanding? How much money did you put into the company? How much money did you take out of the company? So those are all things that you need to be keeping track of if you're an S corporation. Now, if you're saying to yourself, hey, Tony, I don't have a separate bank account for my business. I just have my checking account. It's my personal account, and I just pull my income and expense items out of there. That's a huge no-no as a S corporation. You better have a separate bank account set up in the S corporation name, and all your transactions should be run through there. So, step one, separate bank accounts for your business. Do not be using your personal accounts for an S corporation. Step two, keep updated on your bookkeeping. You should be updating your bookkeeping at least once a month. Now, if you're keeping it in Excel, that can be a little time consuming. It could work perfectly for you. If it works, go for it. If it doesn't, let us know. We can, there's different accounting software that you can use that could make it easier. Just like we mentioned, there's payroll software that makes things easier. The other big thing is making sure that you're recording everything. So if you're doing it on time each month, same with payroll, you should be good to go come year end. You don't want to, start all this in January, fall off the wagon in March, and then come November be panicking because you don't have information for the last 6 months. So the number one thing is keeping up on your bookkeeping, along with keeping statements for all your bank accounts, investment accounts, credit cards, and such that you have within the S corporation. Payroll's the other big thing. I've talked about it before. You need to make sure that you're running payroll as an S corporation. So those are the big things that changed. If you found this video helpful, subscribe to our newsletter. You'll get other updates like this along with additional resources.